Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, guys. Ngepus dulu, ngepus di malam hari ini biar cepat ke divisi 1. Suara saya sudah masuk ya. Mantap. Divisi 1 ini. Divisi 2. Salah skuad. Aduh, salah bawa skuad, guys. Tuh kan, skuad liga, event gitu. Alah, sial. Buset, salah skuad. Sial. Event biar dah. Gak ngecek tadi. Mana ini? Lawan aja lah. Skuad liga, aduh. Skuad liga, skuad event. Bisa-bisanya saya
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Can he spark a counter here? That's a promising run he's making on the right. And it's Belletti. Spread neatly. In for a header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I think the role Jude Bellingham.
Just the goal. Chance! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Al Nassr finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well,
Salah.
that's well seen too. Bellingham. Busquets. Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Busquets concedes a free kick for that. Bullet. Now Seedorf. That's headed upfield. And that is as far as they're going to go. Bellingham. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Goes down, but nothing given. Face to face with the keeper. Now the finish!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Rummenigge. Bellingham!
Buset.
And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Al Nassr with the corner, there first. That has been knocked clear. Adams. Bellingham. Well, that is one way to stop him. Indonesia are looking to go forward now. And here's Batistuta.
Ya elah.
The ball has bounced loose now.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Shoot dari sini.
Well, I would call it blanket
Batistuta.
suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Stay, Batistuta, stay di belakang.
Bellingham. Xavi Alonso bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Salah Fiska.
Nedved looking to add to his goal. Costa spots it and intercepts. And he welcomes it in. Rummenigge.
Didah.
And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rummenigge
Serem
is
juga
offering
Didah ini.
a right smile there. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Indonesia
Batistuta
have the chance to go the other way.
Batistuta, mana kamu?
Oh, nicely intercepted. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Batistuta. And Batistuta! Oh, what has happened here? This time, surely.
Alah, kulit.
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Bullet certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Dari, Tuta.
Good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Sialan.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Rummenigge.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Mateus. Batistuta. Now it's Hullet. Hullet! Oh my word, that is quite something.
Kulit menyeramkan.
A finish right from the top draw. The perfect outcome to mark his 50th game. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Gabriel. Dari Gabriel. Salah.
Doing
Sorry,
very
Gabriel.
nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And we hit half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Indonesia are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
And a quick announcement today that memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the Stadium Hall.
Salah bawa squad nih guys, kuat event tapi bisa juga menang. Siap, balik dulu nyerang. Awalnya ganti formasi. Formasi apa nih pakai?
Substitution on the field. Number 3, Pelan.
And the second half gets underway.
Sudah.
No, that's been intercepted.
Number 10,
Alah.
Messi.
Hari
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Right card. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there.
Ganti gol.
Rudiger is herring after that one.
Ay, di depan.
No, he wasn't going to let him past.
Salah.
Mateus, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's had it taken off him.
Buang
Nesta
dulu.
did
Ah,
well
ya.
to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Busquets. In with the challenge. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Salah.
Adams makes the interception. And here's Messi. Bellingham. Indonesia in a very solid position to he's going for goal.
Allah.
That was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Busquets. And it's Xabi Alonso. And he was quick to react. Al Nassr are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've
Mantap.
changed their shape.
Tut lah, stunning. Allah, Batistuta nyesel saya stunning.
The attendance for
Oh,
the match
the
was
keeper's done ever so well.
Ke bawah aja
Batistuta
dulu.
really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Lawannya bagus.
substitution on the field. Number 14.
So here comes the substitution.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and
Sudah
guile.
sundul dia.
Pulling the strings.
Sundul Gimang
But he
masih
gets the job done.
di tepis. Amuk.
And he's let
Allahu Akbar.
And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Busquets. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Messi. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Busquets. And Scholes. Plays a sharp little ball here. He can get that clear.
Buang dulu.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Bullet. Platini. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Offset,
The
sial.
assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 8.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Batistuta.
Salah, bukan gitu, Pak.
It's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Looking for the run.
Ayo. Allah, kena kan.
It's in!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games.
Good.
That has changed the whole
Allah.
complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Diam dia.
75 minutes played. Scholes. Now there's a fine Scholes! And that could come back to haunt them.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Al Nassr really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nedved. Now it's Hullet. That is good alertness. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Saga.
Scholes running with the ball. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Ih, keroyok.
Good determined running there, but run back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could
Terus
rub
suka
off
salah
on his
ya.
teammates now.
Asingnya.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning.
Messi!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Al Nassr need to give it everything they have. Kitchen sink included.
Nah, lost. Mari Batistuta.
Batistuta. And Batistuta!
Oh,
And again!
sial.
He won't be happy with that one. Nedved. Mateus.
There will be 3 minutes
Batistuta.
added time.
Allah.
Adams gets it away. Aim forwards. And here's the chance to counter. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Decent hit!
Ih.
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Scholes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitution.
Desperate defending required here.
Set.
Seedorf attempts a clearance. And we're
Yes.
done. Indonesia can finally smile now. They have
Langsung
held
menang,
on
guys.
in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster.
Nah, salah Pak squad. Event. Nah, ini baru yang benar. Lagi 1 kali win ini. Kayaknya. Wah, bumi nyala. Lokpa nyala. Buset, buset. Bingung ini. Bumi lah main dulu ya. Udah nyala juga. Bumi duit sama itu. Inilah Pelan.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Fiat! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Wait.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Big header!
Ih!
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Indonesia have their second corner now.
Sekali yuk. Ih, tidak ada yang
Well, he
nyambut,
got ripped
kampret.
because he was under pressure.
Mateus. Nice bit of trickery. Palmer has been caught there. It's a foul. Palmer.
Bahaya.
Jim, you've played it. It's Snyder!
Untung
And he looked
nekel.
every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Schneider with the short one. He is just caressing the ball. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Mbappe. Schneider. Can he put it away?
Kan, jago orang nih. Kampret, kos, kalah.
Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Aduh, makin lama main nih kalau kalah.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Van Basten, gives it back.
And
Jago
now
orang.
they've got a chance to start again.
Wits quietly revving up. And it's Eto'o.
Ah.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And the shot!
Up.
It's there! And that for him is goal number 10.
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
Indonesia grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Hernandez calmly anticipates. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Rummenigge. Oh, Rummenigge! It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
Bancal Rumi. Ben dia bancal.
Schneider. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And it's Veron.
Pelan.
Veron showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nicely intercepted. Short changes him with that pass. Rummenigge. Veron.
Ih, kok saya cancel?
Veron
tadi elemen
struggling
tadi
to influence the game.
Atau
He
gol?
needs a minder, and one of his
Kampret
teammates
dah.
should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Kalah.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Palmer. Indonesia looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish
Kalah.
and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Araujo. Vieira. Oh, that's an inviting ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
No, he is not giving anything away. Not the most accurate pass. Turan. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Wriggles his way through. That's an excellent interception. Rummenigge is herring after that one. Wirtz driving forward.
Alah.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement.
Okay.
Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Koundé cuts it out. Palmer.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mateus. Mateus. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Van Basten. Palmer.
Alah, draw dia.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side.
Belum.
It's a good game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. That's really well manoeuvred. That's beautifully weighted. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Araujo gets across to intercept that, and he can clear it away. Wirtz! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Indonesia just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Baron. Mateus. And it's Guti. Palmer. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Mbappe is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, what a pass!
Ya Allah. Ya anak kaki.
That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Well read, nice interception. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Palmer.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mateus. Baron. Wirtz. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Schneider.
Ya ngelek, kampret. Oh, kenapa nih?
Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's got
Anjing. Apa itu? Ini udah malasnya main game ini. Apa itu?
Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Babi. Apa itu? Sialnya. Anjing. Sumpah, kenapa sih? Pas di depan gawang begitu. Kan lucu, asu. Udah males ngapus gini-gini nih.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Apa nih Kang ini?
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal
Busuk.
scorers.
Tadi baru kan lancar-lancar aja.
Coming on the field. Number 14. Çalhanoğlu. Number 19.
Çalhanoğlu.
Lucu game.
Right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Substitution.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Neymar. And here's Neymar. Mateus. And it's Nedved. Tries to dink it in.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Neymar. Rodri. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Ay puting ini.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Rummenigge. Oh, he's been caught napping. Bellingham. Great chance! He scored! Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Nedved. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Now it's Drogba. That is a brilliant interception.
Salah saya. Harus usah
Channel
pakai
Holn.
sialan.
For Van Basten.
There will
Pedri.
be 1 minute added time.
1 minute to add according to the board. Wilshere.
Nah,
And that is as far as it goes. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd
Kalian ya.
largely satisfied.
Apa tadi macet gitu ya? Sial, sial, sial. Lihat ping dulu, lihat ping internet. Ping internet jalan lancar. Masih sebabnya. Udah lah, coba lagi lah. Coba ada umpan ya. Umpan passing. Rasa jelas nggak ya? Makin lama nih menuju divisi 1. Bellingham.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready. It's got in! He's put through his own
What the
net!
fuck? Apa itu? Anjing.
I don't think he knew too much about it, Peter. It comes off him awkwardly. It's a huge moment for the game and a shocking moment for him personally, but it
Dan
happened
pun
at the
masuk.
best possible time. This is
Ya,
recoverable.
tinggi sekali Harry Kane.
Clearly unplanned this, a change already being made here. He really doesn't look a happy man to be taken off.
Well, there's only one reason you can think of.
Shot a goal! He scores!
Kita pakai Dan pun.
They're level!
Bahaya tadi Harry Kane.
In a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Dan Brun.
That is so good,
Heading,
such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As I said, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Dinks one through. No luck with that dink over the top. Now it's Eto. Vieira. And it's Eto. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's been cut out, well played. David Villa. Schneider. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. David Villa. Mateus. Quarter of an hour played. Bastoni does really well there. He is strong. And it's Eto. Now it's Mbappe.
Ya, lama balik badan Mbappe.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Maron. Mateus. Mbappe. And it's Veron. Bastoni makes the interception. And he's had it nicked away. Nedved. Mbappe. Mateus. Pedri. Mbappe. Araujo. And here's Eto.
Iya.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Kena terus intercept.
Schneider. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Done delicately. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Kashima Antlers looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Indonesia can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Schneider.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Mbappe might just make this. And it's Nedved. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mateus. Schneider. Musiala. Baron. To Walker. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Byrne concedes a free kick for that. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Well, that was well
Oh, bun
positioned and
kontol.
well pinched. They can't hurt with...
David Villa! And
Bun
one more
kontol.
try!
Dalah malas na main game.
Right.
Bun anjing, bun
Excellent
anjing.
flick. It's what he was there for.
Satu
Such
sa
good
dipek
movement. Some
anjing.
players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Sam.
Oh, he's managed to get himself
Begitu, Darren Bun itu kasi malas bawa. Si. Ano-anoan, maju asu.
2 added minutes has been
And the
indicated.
referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here.
Anjing.
And it's Schneider. Mbappe. Odo. And it's Schneider. Well, now here's a good battle. Bicep to bicep.
Bagus
Quickly
kali orangnya,
taken.
Pepe.
David Villa. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And the half-time whistle goes. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play with the half-time scoreline 2-1.
Indonesia would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest
Quick
mistake,
reminder
and they've
today,
got to move
please
on.
have your entry tickets at hand as it's time to announce today's winning lottery numbers.
Kendala, lagi kendala, turun lagi.
Substitutions taking place.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Kalahan terus.
Indonesia can really
Eh.
do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Strokes it back.
Nah, dilepas gitu Pepe
Pedri,
sialan.
and it's Schneider. Passing is crisp and sharp. Musiala, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Upamecano spots it and intercepts. Musiala, passes coming off in quick succession here, and the shot!
Anjing dan Bun ini.
It's in!
Ah, lawak dah.
They have breathing
bisa ngejaga si anjing Danbun. Jelek Danbun nih, jelek asli Danbun.
Indonesia are making a change now. Kashima Antlers go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal!
Lagi satu
Just
ya.
one
Minimal
in
draw lah.
now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. And he's only too grateful to capitalize on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Ya Allah.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Kashima Antlers are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending.
And Hullet
Us.
sticks it away.
Syukur. Ayo, semangat.
Powers of recovery.
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Not a manager, I think. It's all happening.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Yang kesalahan lagi, back jalan.
And now he has 2. This has become one superb game of football.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with 2 very good sides. And with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Ya Allah.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Neither of these 2 want to come off second best. Mbappe. Indonesia perhaps contemplating their next change here. Hullet. And here's some decent hits.
Ya Allah.
Well, that was nice, but not quite.
Kenapa Mbappe? Tumben-tumbenan.
There are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
And it's Veron. That is a great pick out. Ronaldinho, can he finish? It's in.
Comeback, guys.
They've done it. It was coming. They have their reward.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to
Tahan,
find it,
tahan.
I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Indonesia take the lead.
And it deserve great credit
Yang
for
buat
turning
kesalahan
things
lagi.
around, but they'll now need
Yang
the
buat
defensive
gol-gol yang
resilience
konyol
to
gitulah.
equal that attacking flair.
And we have our very first corner.
Janganlah,
He got rid because he was
konyol.
under pressure. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Schneider, very nicely done. Oh, super ball. He's had a shot.
Ngeri.
Oh, that is really
Bahaya
good
nih, bahaya.
tenacity.
Entar dulu, Mbappe sudah kelengar Mbappe nih. Ini aja kali ya. Ini. Lupa nggak bawa penggantinya ini. Peron. Siapa ya? Udah sabar Peron. Bentar Peron, sabar.
Substitution on the field.
Corner number 2 then.
Devisi. Number 9.
Wah.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Coming on the field.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Batistuta.
And now they can clear their lines.
Darwin Nunez.
Indonesia
Substitution
has
in
the chance
progress.
to go the other way.
Yes.
That is good alertness. Palmer going face to face with his great rival. He gets buried.
Asem siapa itu tingginya?
That could have brought them level.
Batistuta couldn't quite put that away, but there's plenty of positives in how they've responded.
Coming on to replace him is
Defending of the desperate variety. That's a throw. Just 5 minutes left. Some really good ball movement. Nicely aimed pass.
I thought it was going to happen then.
Wow.
How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Buanglah dulu.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that has left him in a heap. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And that's going to be a booking. Pass is just off target. The
Ih,
most accurate pass.
added time.
And here's Nunez. Batistuta!
Asu! Su!
They have stolen level at the last. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what...
Great chance!
Asu!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Udah
Desperate
hilang.
defending required here.
Sudah aja ombek.
Turan tries to clear. Ronaldinho. Baron, Rummenigge, Ronaldinho tries a shot! And
Jing.
that is as far as it goes.
Ah,
Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round.
Suram. Goblok saya. Anjing turun lagi. 2 kali terus. Sialan. Ancok. Lemas langsung. Ntar lu guys, rokok dulu, ngerokok. Bisa-bisanya kebobolan. Halo, halo, Pecora. Iya, draw. Menit-menit akhir dijebol. Kampret, kampret. Marah dah ini. Nah, Tesi hidup ini. Lawannya kaleng-kaleng. Takut. Drogba hidup lagi. Gimana ini? Drogba lah dua ya. Jangan. Nah. Kalemnya ya, kalau lagi kalem nih Bang. Bang Edi Pujianto. Nggak tahu nanti. Oh, asem. Allah. Wah. Ngeri ini lawan Bang Pujianto. Oke Bang, oke. Nggak berani saya berkata kasar nih. Kayaknya Bang Pujianto nih sengaja nabrak nih biar ketemu. Oke, gas. Irama kita. Ayolah Bang. Serem sekali skuadmu Bang. Lihat. Allahu Akbar. Skuad apa ini? Mbappe itu juga. Ya, beda formasinya sama, beda IMF-nya aja. yang menang dapat apa? Apa ya? Ya udah, yang kalau menang Bang Puji dapat saldo dana 25K. Ayo Bang Puji, deal.
Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience.
Wah, ngeri nih. Puji. Alias Bang Edi. Allah. Aja saya ditabrak nih. Dia mau menghambat ke divisi 1 rupanya. Biar selama main. Tiga-tiganya dia. Anjing. Astagfirullahaladzim. Sorry Bang Edi. Sorry. Oke, ya gitu dah. Kalah 25K. Oke Bang Edi. Oh, jago juga. Oh, kalem dong Bang. Anjing, kalem dong. Galak kali. Anjing. Wah. Slow Bang, slow. Kasih nafas dulu aneh Bang.
Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Now it's Eto. He could be in here. Mbappe. Well timed, excellent interception.
Bagus.
Van Dijk.
Kita main
Anything
tiki-taka
to pick
aja,
out of
guys.
these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Bagus, Peron.
Good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found a way, and Messi!
Ya Allah, Tesi.
He's done very well to get to that.
Kok gitu tendanganmu,
must be
Tesi?
thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And it's Yaya Toure. Mateus. So we're still where we started right now. Messi, Veron, and that's been intercepted. Ribery. And it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ya, slow Ronaldo, Menuju gitu. Slow. Oke, ya teman.
A mixture of good
Awesome.
defending and indecisive passing. No progress. That is
Buka.
good alertness.
Woi, lari.
He won't be happy with that one. And here's and the shots.
Jing, anjir.
Split second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Wah, bahaya nih, Mbappe-nya bahaya nih.
Modena with the corner. There first. Tries to get it clear.
Buang. Buang dulu.
Indonesia are looking to go
Tesi ini
forward now.
kurang jos kayaknya nih.
Driving through the middle.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Real chance.
War.
And now they can clear their
Wah,
lines.
Bang Edi kok jangan-jangan pro player yang lagi menyamar ini. Capek aneh disiksa.
Mbappe hits one.
Asu!
There it is.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Modena have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Sampah.
They've got to be quick moving
Babi
this
itu.
forward.
Spread neatly. Walker cuts out the pass. Well, the idea was a
Apa ini
good
salah
one.
tekan terus?
The execution of it, not quite so.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Nah, los.
Ronaldinho.
Anjing.
Oh, this looks sharp. Ronaldinho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite
Turun lagi
sort it
saya
out.
dibuat. Bang Puji.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked.
Asu!
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then.
Iya, kebobolan terus ini. Pirong. Puji tidak ada niatan kasih aneh gol apa satu.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Excellent challenge there,
There
uncompromising.
will be 1 minute added time.
Some resolute defending there. Mateus. And the referee brings the first half to a close.
Slow, berjorak belum nih,
So
belum.
the end of the first half,
Masih
both teams have had their
nih,
moments.
ganti Tesi
There's
dulu
been
nih.
no shortage
Kayaknya
of
kurang
talking points,
kurang
but there has
cocok
been
Tesi.
just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
kepala nih rasanya.
Please turn your attention to the screen
Apa
for
sih?
information provided by the local police.
Hah? Oh, substatik ya.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Messi. Coming on
Here we
to
go again,
replace
then.
him is number 6.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Putik sama keluar.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Nah,
Has been fouled
ini
there.
Well, I think the alternative
sebagai 2
was to
DMF mas.
stand there and
Enggak, ini
do
lawan
nothing while
iya
he tried to score.
mau 2 DMF
Obviously,
gimana
he's
Bang
not
Edi
allowed that
Pujianto nih
reason.
dijago nih masalahnya. Bang Andi Gerung.
Mateus with a real chance here. Mateus!
Well, conceding free kicks in areas like that are an invitation to the set-piece technicians. They have to cut this out.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well
Nah,
stopped.
loss.
Rummenigge. Hullet. Indonesia come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Walker makes the interception. And it's Veron. And here's Hullet.
Kulit babi.
Oh, truly brave defending.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Allahu Akbar.
Struck first time. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah,
Nah,
he was
bisa nih,
well
bisa,
placed to deal with that.
Nah,
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
ih,
And now they can spring out of defence. And that is as far as they're
dapat
going to go.
dioper angin.
Oh, easy pickings there. And he's
Wah,
there to get it
wah.
away.
The attendance for
Just
this
about
match
up to
was
the hour now.
71,550.
Oh, really good
Such
feet.
good technique.
Rummenigge!
Siap.
Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Indonesia have their second corner now.
Well, it's good stuff.
Keluar
This is
trik
better.
saya.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Ih,
Saliba. And he can clear it away.
Kontrol
been
apa itu,
caught on it
Walker?
here. He's found a way through. Neither of these two want to come
Bangkit.
off second best.
kencengnya.
Looking to go deep. Defending of the desperate variety. And Dijk tries to clear.
Nah, ya kenapa Bang Edi nih? Oh, kirain dia keluar.
Substitution on the field.
Corner number 3
25,
coming up.
Ronaldinho. Coming on the field is number 18,
And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe. Defending was strong and firm. And he cuts out the supply. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Chance!
Ya
It's
Allah.
loose now and they want to get it back. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Neymar going face to face with his great rival. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pelan.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Gilberto Silva does really well to win the ball there.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this out.
Allahu Akbar.
Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing
Ya,
with
lagi
a lot
dikit
more
waktunya
zest
nih, lagi
now.
dikit.
He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Mateus.
Indonesia
Yalah,
are stuck in
itu
central
rapatnya.
station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
He's tried one! And that would have been game, set and match. Rudiger calmly anticipates. And he was quick to react. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball
Apa
is
sih itu?
just
Umpan
not
apa?
quite right.
Sayang.
Pull it. Pull it! That was
Masuk, masuk, buat
goalkeeping.
masuk.
Pullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Modena get their fourth corner.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Ya, back apa itu? Back anjing.
Look at Mbappe and the finish. He's got
Ya,
it
back
all.
anjing.
Two ahead, late in the day. Game over surely.
After 88
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Decent hit.
Yal.
Now who's going to be first to this?
minute has been indicated.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. A
Yeah,
searching
and
ball
Pelan.
that into space. Oh, good-looking ball. There will be 4 extra minutes. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And it's Varane. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Ya Allah. What the
So
fuck?
that's it. It is all over. Well, that's a
Alah,
tough
saya.
one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to
Oke,
take.
Bang Edi dapat 25k nih. Kalah Hanhip. Ntar turun lagi bangsat. Makin capek sama main. Kalah nih Bang, kalah. Mana Bang? Lalu dana mana? Menepati janji saya. Chat di IG Holland Gaming Bang. Bang Edi, tempatin janji nih, tempatin janji. Biar tidak masuk neraka kalau nggak nempati janji. Kalau main sayap nggak, coba main tengah. Gitu beda di Steam, tapi mobile 2 DMF bagus Mas. Iya sih Mas. Aduh, lagi capek nih. Gara-gara Bang Edi nih lagi capek main nih. Kampret emang. Udah weh, nggak usah ditabrak-tabrak nih. Biar saya nge-push dulu nih. Kalian. Jangan ada yang nabrak lagi dah. Mohon yang jago-jago jangan saya ditabrak, please. Oh jangan katanya, nggak mau dia Bang Edi. Ikhlas tapi Bang. Lunas ya. Ayo jangan ditabrak lagi, ayo. Bajingan jangan nabrak. Jago-jago jangan. Oke, lunas. Udah Bang Edi, nggak usah lagi besok-besok nggak usah tabrak aneh lagi Bang Edi. Ngaja nabrak nih. Rontok saya lagi nih. Capek ngulang main nih. Bang Edi nih pro player ya. Pro player lagi nyamar nih. Sampai sakit jempol saya. Tadi pada lagi 1 kali menang, udah divisi 1. Iya Bang, turun terus. Kampret dah. Emang game bangsat ini. Ayolah dapat lawan yang janganlah jago-jago, please Konami. Capek saya main nih Konami. Tuh lihat tuh lawannya. Nah, gini-gini juga kadang jago ini. Oke. Saya masih percaya dengan kamu. Mbappe. Saya udah dulu. Kulit nanti lah kulitnya. Kulit belakangan. Sempat kaget. Bocor. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim ya Allah. Nggak mungkin Bang Edi, nggak mungkin. Gitu cara mainnya nggak mungkin di divisi 2 terus. Tidak mungkin itu.
Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Dah,
As you can see, we
bentar
are
guys,
all
saya
set.
fokus dulu guys.
The game
Balikin
should
lagi
be
nih.
a truly entertaining one.
Turun-turun
Whichever
nih.
side of it you find yourself on, we have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game. It looks like a big game.
Okay.
Mind you, they all do at this point. And the shots! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their
Kalau kalah lagi
reputations
coba
for
koreksi
precisely
saya
the
Mas.
reason
Ya
we
Bang
just
Andi
seen.
Gerung.
They have a habit of making their presence felt.
Lihat
Here
tuh.
we are,
Gimana?
early stages.
Keren nggak itu?
Struck one.
Rume.
He looks hungry for more.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Masih ada tuh Bejora biar tak dia bully saya. Mana Bejora gaming tadi tuh. Lihat tuh Bejora.
So the game's first
Lihat.
significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He won't be happy with that one. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Tahu tuh. Jangan begitu dong.
Nicely aimed pass. Pedri going face to face with his great rival. Oh, that's well spotted. Messi. Luis Suarez! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Messi plays it short. Nuno Mendes. He's gone for goal!
Akbar.
They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Chooses to go back.
Ya naik bar dah, mendingan kita nyerang guys, pada diserang, bahaya.
Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's a key interception.
Ini kan kita nyerang. Nah.
Rummenigge. Mbappe.
Salah Mbappe. Leo, nggak usah joget-joget gitu ya. Allah.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision making we can't. He learned from it.
Brilliantly cut out.
Shevchenko, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution.
Allah, dongok Mbappe, dongok. Umpan gitu sekali.
Now it's Pedri, Shevchenko. Oh, important interception. Rafael Leao quietly revving up. Hoisted in. Oh, red. Nice interception. And it's Messi. Shevchenko. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Back into the middle. Can he finish?
Allah!
He has done it!
Alhamdulillah, balik lagi guys, kayaknya nih.
And they're firmly in control.
Lagi.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count.
Bener.
A very
Kalau
tasty
lempar
combination.
merah, sulit diserang. Aneh kan? Kalau bertahan diserang terus.
The turning of the screw
Emang
comes to
game
mind, Peter.
ngerti
They've got
saya.
them where they want them.
Harusnya kalau bertahan kan susah. Jebol.
Mateus.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And here's Mbappe. That'll do under the circumstances. Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
Salah. Okay.
Shevchenko is herring after that one. Pedri.
Pandik, jangan pergi. Pandik.
Shevchenko tries a shot. That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Paris
Pandik, stay, please.
have their
Please.
second
Jangan
corner now.
macam-macam jadi striker, please. Kamu back. Jangan mengumpul-ngumpulin.
Messi goes short. And now they can clear their lines.
Please, back, jangan maju, please.
Pedri. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That's going to go a long way. And that's definitely not his best. So, third corner of the game. Messi with the short one. And here's Messi. Nuno Mendes. Can he put it away?
Allah Akbar, kan bener.
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Nuno Mendes is offering a right smile there.
Paris Saint-Germain get
lama
their
gitu
fourth corner.
Pelatihnya.
And it's been taken short. Somewhat off target. Tunisia have the chance to go the other way.
Yo, kok bosennya sedih corner-cornerin bangke.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Ya kiri, corner.
They've played it short. Nuno Mendes. Decent hit! Great effort, but no way through. That is a great pick out. He might be in here!
Ya Allah, bedu.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good.
Tinggal kamu longsoringin aja, Mbappe.
And it's De Bruyne. Shevchenko. Shevchenko! Sticks it away! A goal at a really telling moment. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well
Ya Allah.
it's gone loose. It's a good spell of
Allahu
possession,
Akbar.
this.
Tahan dulu, bertahan.
Chouameni, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Messi. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rafael Leao.
Cing.
Good effort from distance.
Dah, okay.
There's the whistle for half-time.
Oh, belum.
All a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides. Neither
Babak.
in true command. Anything could still happen in this game.
And now, please
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Kayaknya gulit lah dulu ya.
Indonesia head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1.
Bismillah.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Mbappe.
So off we go once more.
19, Rafael Leao. Coming on the
Messi.
field. Number 10,
Oh, good ball.
Bullets. Number 25, Ronaldinho.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Big chance! And that was very necessary.
Ya, lagi diumpan ke sana.
De Bruyne. Araujo. Indonesia do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Allah.
And he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Nyeruduk.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Looking to widen the gap even further here. This certainly looks appetizing, well within shooting range. Mateus!
Nggak loncat.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now they can spring out of defence. Belletti.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And it's Messi. Oh, shooting chance!
Ya Allah.
And again!
Akbar.
That was probably asking just too much.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
That is good alertness. Chouameni. Luis Suarez. Expected better, and so did he. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Luis Suarez. Indonesia perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Pedri, who's set up one goal so far. Pedri. Nuno Mendes. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach. Oh, they could be caught
Allah,
out here.
bahaya. Bahaya.
It's out of play for a goal kick.
Okay.
Pelan. Vieira. Forwards and with intent. Mateus. Rummenigge. Mendes deals with that comfortably. Shevchenko. Mateus. Rummenigge. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
No, that's been intercepted. De Bruyne. And it's Messi. And Shevchenko. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Nuno Mendes. Pedri. And Mendes. Oh, good read. Nuno Mendes. De Bruyne. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell.
He's had a shot!
Bahaya sekali.
The drawing level.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. And it's been taken short. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Mateus with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. Nuno Mendes. Adams. Belletti. Pullet. Chance here to counter. Pullet running with the ball. Oh, no joy this time. Pedri. Well, this is surely their last chance.
Wow.
Cleared without complication. And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Pullet. Rummenigge. Mateus. He's in plenty of space here. Showing good feet.
Indonesia can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
1 minute to add, according to the board. Who played through for the wide man. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Chouameni, well seen. Saw that coming.
Yes.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle.
Gacha bang,
What
gacha.
a game, what a show. Both sides
Tapi
robustly going about their business.
Gak
and that
kepake
was
sih. Dan semakin lagi kuat nih. Nah, lumayan lah. Menaikkan pundi-pundi kemenangan, lumayan. Gas lagi, gas. Modal sundul. Siapa ini? Pasang bun es, siapa? Dan bun, begitu. Nanti ini Iniesta ya, sama Nedved. Keren nggak itu? Menurut kalian?
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants of filling
Jelek
our
nih
ears, proud
Tapi
renditions
udah ada
of hymns
Nedved nih.
and songs.
Itu dia.
It is the perfect soundtrack. And it is bouncing here in Bergamo. Not the biggest venue, but for volume and colour and personality, it is just great. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shifted upfield.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
That has been knocked clear. Who do you, Jim, see making a
Oh.
difference here?
Serge Gnabry is undoubtedly one of Germany's better wide men. A player
Buset.
I expect to see a lot of on either flank, whose speciality is coming inside, having learned from one of the greatest at doing just that. And he boasts a very, very good goal record too, that shouldn't be understated.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him.
Tinggi.
Gnabry. Will play through for the wide
Iya.
man.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
And it's hoisted clear. It'll be a throw-in. And here's Beckham. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Allah, baliknya sampean. Iya. Ini lagi.
Gnabry. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ya,
And that's the end of that.
rame
It all
sekali
started
di
well enough.
belakangnya.
There will be a throw-in.
Jing.
Ball's out once more.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Beckham. Now it's Gnabry. Beckham. White is charging up on the overlap. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Just eases him off the ball. FC Nassau upping the
Ya
intensity.
Allah, ramenya, pusing saya.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's
Up he goes!
Jalan.
Another fruitless header.
well, there's nothing wrong with the service. They've just been very wasteful in the air.
Vieira.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Oh, Nunez!
Apa-apaan ini? Udah,
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That
lelahkan.
was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty
Kok
much
disiksa
dictated
terus
the
nih dari
pass.
tadi nih?
In with the challenge.
Masuk.
That pass isn't the best. Veron. Mbappe. Rummenigge.
Allahu Akbar. Kasar.
Rice. Mosquera.
Lagi deh kesini.
Gnabry. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. 30 minutes gone. And it's Ronaldinho. Shin to shin,
bisa
bicep to
butik
bicep,
dong.
and he wins out. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Ye, kan?
Vieira cuts out the pass. Mbappe
Nyawang.
goes forward. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Ronaldinho.
Allahu Akbar, 4-6 ya ngejar.
Beckham. Gnabry. Ronaldinho. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Mateus. And he's had it nicked
Siap.
away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Gnabry. Ronaldinho. Mateus. Mbappe. Driving on and making good
Ya
progress.
Allah,
Van de Ven.
kok nggak bisa dibawa? Kalah terus di body. Lari gitu.
Now White. And they've got a throw. Gnabry. Beckham. FC Nassau finding their passes. Mbappe.
Jalan Mbappe, turun ke Mbappe.
And
Nanti
it's
dah pemain.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Well, not the worst attempt.
Anjir.
A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Jalan.
And we hit half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains
Apaan nih?
goals.
5-3-2.
The first half.
Gimana cara
Well,
nyerang
this has
nih?
proved a very frustrating
Bentar-bentar
day so
pusing
far,
saya dibuat.
especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che è possibile consumare alcolici solo nelle apposite aree. Grazie.
Nyerangnya gimana ini guys?
Attenzione, un cambio.
Here we go again.
Indonesia really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Ya Allah.
And that is out of play. And he's managed to gift it back. Pull it.
Allah, ramenya.
Gets his pass away. Swept in. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Rummenigge is onto it in a flash.
Rice. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Cleared away. Pressing high and with purpose. Schmeichel sends that a long way.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, he's bustling through here. And he's in on Rummenigge!
Push.
Goal! And that takes him up to 30. 30 goals for this side. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Jaga aja itu.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those breaking passes just to spread the play.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 17.440 spettatori.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
He won't be happy with that one. Can he get it through? Real chance! They've scored! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Indonesia are doing very nicely, thank
Dan
you.
Bun.
Well, they're very...
Nunez with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Darwin has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. He's intervened well there. Now it's Gnabry. White. Great pressure, plenty of it. Conte.
Oh, jaga.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Allah. Dan Bun.
He's got four.
Anjing, kalah Dan Bun sama Nunez.
It is a good finish. The
Bentar,
odds were
bentar.
against him, little matter.
Nunez demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Kalah Dan Bun. Oke. Ini lah. Bawa RB. Gimana nih? Kadang sini saya. Oke, pegang berdebah itu loh.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 6.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's
Ikutin
all
Mas
systems
Eding.
go now.
Il numero 3. Il
FC
numero 2.
Nassau
Cambio
are
di
looking to play on
giocatori.
the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when
Ya
defending
Allah.
at least, because they've got to be ready to
Jing.
hit them hard on the counter attack, and that seems to be the plan. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Apa ini? Apa
And
ini?
he gets rid in a hurry. And play crossfield, changing the point of attack. Defending of the desperate variety.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling
Ya
away,
Allah.
and eventually things might change for you.
Threads one in, chips it through. Gnabry looks to get on the end of this. White was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Araujo. The defence opting here for strength in
Allah
numbers.
Allah.
Lobbed in behind. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Araujo clears. And it's Nakata. Well timed, excellent interception. Ronaldinho has created one goal already. No way through. White might just make this.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here. Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
He's had a shot!
Allah Allah.
And
Oh,
that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Desperate defending required here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
That's a promising run he's
kok
making on
digigit
the
lewat?
right. Oh, what a
kontol. Udah berhenti samain dah guys. Begitu dia ngelewatin anjing. Udah tidur dah mending. Bangsat.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop
Tim
it.
anjing.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Itu nggak dia ngejar
And
pandiknya.
yes, it's him again. All
Lep
square.
lagi. Alah, tidur lah
And
mending.
that is that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire,
Cuk.
drive, or determination. No.
Capek-capek ngegolin kayak ini. Anjing. Dah, kontol. Tidur lah guys. Pamit tuh semua, pamit. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.